I am Slick Nick, your personal keto bro. Not a doctor, not a dietitian, not a nutritionist, just some random guy on the internet. I'm not even a trainer. I'm training myself, if that counts. I want to talk about something very important that we probably don't talk a lot about as guys, and that is that as you experience a body transformation, as I have, because man, I invite you to go back to January of 2020 and check out my videos. This is not the same body it was. Now, I started working out and changing my diet to keto ultimately February of 2020, and here we are at the end of May, solid year and a half into this whole thing, and different body, different wardrobe, different size of my clothes now. I can't go back into what I was wearing before because, well, and that's really what this video is about. This is a size medium shirt. This is actually more of an athletic fit where it's a little bit tighter. And the same thing with my shorts as well. We've got a tighter fitting situation here with the clothes. And it's funny because if I were still wearing the size clothes that I got rid of recently, when I was wearing size large here and baggier pants just by default now, it kind of gives this illusion that you are fatter or heavier, however you want to say it, sloppy ultimately. So it's interesting that once you start cutting that body fat, you wear clothes that ultimately by default show off your lack of fat, and ultimately they show your muscle definition. I'm not claiming that I have huge muscles at this point, but even then, I'm not flexing, I'm just moving my arm. If I'm moving my arm, you're gonna see some tone and some definition. If I'm actually flexing, then we can see that didn't used to be there. That's pretty cool. But ultimately what happens is then it's just like this double advantage that happens. You cut the fat, you gain the muscle. By default, you have to wear clothes that fit you better, otherwise you look slouchy. But even then, by default, what's gonna show? Your muscle tone and your lack of fat, because there's not as many 40-year-old guys who can wear a size medium shirt and size small shorts like this, and you lift up a stomach and you don't see you don't see this going on. You see just this little 10 pounds that I'm basically just trying to get rid of here. So it's funny because this concept of with females, they wear tight clothes to show off what they got or whatever, jeans, whatever it is. That's the whole concept. But the thing is, guys totally do it too. It's just you have to be a fit guy to do it. You can't quite do that. So here's the thing, with females, they got their body parts and they don't have to be fit in order to show off what they've got. For a guy, you have to do more to show off what you got. That's just what it comes down to. And I think one of the main things to show off is a lack of body fat. Because lack of body fat, especially the older you get, is that much more of a bragging right. Why? Because it shows more discipline for that man. Because you can't be this level of body fat or lower, you can't be at this age without it meaning that there's discipline involved. And that is something that people find attractive. A man who's decisive and has discipline, especially when it comes to his body, what he eats, what he doesn't eat, how he spends his time exercising or not, being at the gym or not, that speaks volumes about what that man's mind is like. And people find that attractive because the default is not that. The default is to eat junk food, is to sit, is to not worry about what you eat. So ultimately, it's quite a subtle message when you can see a guy wearing tighter fitting clothes. Is it simply that it shows that he's more confident? By default, maybe. But ultimately, it's showing off a lack of body fat and probably showing muscle definition, which is more uncommon as men get older. Your thoughts, where do they belong? Right here in the comments section.